another episode of the Carolina Panthers franchise. Today we're starting with a look immediately at the weekly awards. Bryce Young, our quarterback, 2440 last week, 349 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. We basically missed out one touchdown more. If we would have had 4 passing touchdowns, he would have gone up to be a superstar Dave trade player. If we would have had 350 scrimmage yards, we would have got up to a superstar. We didn't get either. I'm not sure if it was correctly calculated. Especially the scrimmage yards were weird, because yards from scrimmage is all the yardage, rushing and receiving in a game, and we surpassed that. Now, we had around, 20 rushing yards. So in total, we should have 369. I don't really know what went wrong, but he gets an award, well deserved, and we're gonna get that Dave trade at a different point in time. I don't really care too much about that at this time. We're in week 11. We're extremely well underway. I really have to say 8-1 is fantastic. We're topping the NFL and all that with around 6 or 7 weeks of no Bryce Young. All right, so Zach Wilson carried us through that one. Much appreciated his efforts. Not a lot to do today. We do have the prospect spotlight. We have to choose our focus players, so that's interesting. We're going to be taking a look at the Packers, who look like a crazy good team, plus their defense is always rock hard. All right, then weekly strategy, player upgrades, staff upgrades, then the game, of course. First off, let's start with the prospect spotlight. Assistant GM says we should keep our eyes on wide receiver Jared Brown. He's becoming a hot name among prospects and is gaining a reputation for his reliable hands. All right, will do. I'll take a peek, get back to you if I think we should keep him on our radar. All righty. A lot of black and white pictures in the background. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean, but whatever. Wide receiver Jared Brown. All right, so we will immediately go there because otherwise I will have forgotten the name. It's not like the most special name right there. So let's take a look. Choose focus players. Wide receiver Jared Brown. Here we go. Where is he? Here he is. Second round talent. Interesting. All right, so we're gonna select you. Don't feel too bad about this one. I do want to pick a wide receiver. Definitely want to do that. The question is, who can we go for, and who will be viable for us? There's players in here that I don't feel like it makes sense to really scout them right now. Looking at the left-hand side, which positions would we really need? Our defense is getting better, all right? The offense, again, I'm committed to the left guard, center, and right guard being super young dudes. But, of course, I mean, if we can bring in a younger player, that's just like freaking awesome, then I feel like we should go for that. All right, so taking a look at this one here, of course, we've got top 5, top rounds 1 and 2 prospects here. But I mean, look at this one here. Zach Rice, for instance. All right, A to C, yes, but so that could be everything here. But I'd like to know what this is about. Age 21, that's also pretty good. So why not take a chance on this one here, right? Round 2 to 3, that could be a pretty good steal. Looking at some others down here, I'm going to go offensive line. I'm going to look at the left tackle position just for now. Going down here, you might find interesting dudes, all right, in later rounds. Left guards start in round 2 to 3, so that's that. This is interesting again. Tyler Booker, 6'4", 340 pounds. He has a lot of A material in there. Let me just take a look at this one here. Age 21. Time to grow, I reckon, would be fair to give him that. Do we have some interesting dudes down here in the UDFA section? I'm going to be skipping basically round 1 immediately because I'm not that keen on anybody there. So we're just going to be taking a look at who could be interesting here. Nobody here. What about right guards? Looking here. ABBC. Johnny Cornelius, right guard. Potential UDFA. He is a scheme fit. B to D, C to F. That is not hyper promising though. Let me just take a look at right tackles as well. Prospects looking a little bit better here. Elijah Pritchett, BBBB, that's a lot of B. So maybe we're going to go for this one here. Who's older? 22. And I think in the right guard department, where was he? Where were you, my man? Johnny Cornelius, I think he was a little bit younger. So we're going to go with him. And I think I lost the tick when I... Oh, dude. That is Madden for you. When you enter and take a look at some attributes, then you lose whatever you marked. So that's just great, isn't it? And I immediately forgot who I was marking before, but I think it was this second to third round dude here. Was it Josh Connerly? I think it was him. No, it was Zach Rice. That was it. All right, confirm. Johnny Cornelius, Jared Brown, Zach Rice. All right, next up, we're going to immediately mark those as favorites, because otherwise, again, when draft day comes, I will have forgotten that. So, left tackle, Zach Rice, here we go. And finally, it was a right guard, right? Yeah, a Johnny Cornelius, here we go, boom. All right, so favorites marked. First task of the day, check. Done. Focus players, marked. Next up, let's check out the Packers. Jordan Love is the quarterback here. He's 2584 rated, and I think he surprised many people by how well he did in the season after stepping in straight after Aaron Rodgers left. Many people predicted that it would fall short. He did. I actually like that storyline a lot. Bo Nix is here as well, as is Sean Clifford. But Jordan Love will be the starting QB. Aaron Jones injured, 2990. All right, so Braylon Allen and Malik Davis will be the running backs here. CJ Ham is the fullback, joining from, I think, from the Vikings. Wide receiver Jaden Reed, 2485. Christian Watson injured. Dontavian Wicks, Romeo Doubs, and Mario Williams. I do like the setup here in the wide receiving group. It's young players, it's talented players, pretty cool looking. Tucker Kraft, 2377, that's a tight end for the future. Same as Luke Musgrave, 2375, and Ben Sims. They just took two young tight ends in the 2023 draft. Some people were questioning that. I think it's clever. Here we go. Left tackle, David Bakhtiari, 3289. Zach Tom, 2582. Good succession planning. Caleb Jones, nothing but a backup. Upton Jenkins, 2890. Royce Newman here as well. Josh Myers, 2673. Darrell Williams, 2760. Right guard is John Runyon, 2777. And Sean Ryan, 2572. Tyree Phillips, 2771. And Luke Tenuta. Well, what do we make of this offensive line? I'm not sure. I like the left tackle and the left guard. It's super solid, truly elite. Then we've got a big drop down at center. Runyon is decent, I reckon. Tyree Phillips, again, more questionable than anything. On the defensive side, however, Kenny Clark, 2889, and Colby Wooden. Let me just check out Kenny Clark real quick, because I think... Right, I'm confusing him. Well, whatever. Superstar on left edge, right edge, Samson Abacum, 2979, Devontae Wyatt, and Carl Brooks. D-tackle, TJ Slayton Jr., 2673, Dwayne Carter, and Kaim Caesar. Interesting. It's not that crazy hot looking. Left outside linebacker, Rashawn Gary. He is a very tough player, 2690. Lucas Van Ness straight behind him. Mid linebacker, Quay Walker, 2486. We've got Devondre Campbell here as well. Junior Colson, 2172. Right outside linebacker is Preston Smith, 3178, and Kingsley Enagbari. Personally, I would use Van Ness on the right outside linebacker and create a really hard-hitting group here. But whatever. I think it's a solid group nonetheless. It's going to be nasty to beat. On the corner position, we've got Jair Alexander, X-Factor. We've got Eric Stokes, Carrington Valentine, Greedy Williams, and David Long Jr. from the Rams formerly. These here are, I would say, they're decent. Eric Stokes definitely one of the better ones. Looking at the age, Carrington Valentine also one of the better ones. Jair Alexander elite. Free safety Cooper DeJean, 2180. Picked in the 2024 draft, Darnell Savage as his backup, and Cooper DeJean, fantastic free safety. Really good looking already at age 21. TJ Tampa, another rookie, 2276. Quentin Lake and Curry Jackson. We've got the kicker, Cameron Dicker, and the punter, Jake Bailey. There we go. All right, so that's the setup here. I would say it's just a really well-rounded team. When you look at it, there's not a lot of areas where you could say, well, that's a weakness. So that definitely is something that we will have to keep an eye out for. We're going to go with full pads again. I feel like that is a good thing to do. We're going to go with the starters again, apart from the right outside linebacker and the cornerbacks, just to get some practice into the other players as well. The offensive game plan, throw it medium. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think we're going to start running it and shifting again via audibles. QB Bryce Young, here we go. We could as well go for split here and get some practice reps into Wilson and Howard, but for the time being, let's just leave it as is. There's no need for that. Bryce Young is my dedicated QB1, and there we go. Fullback starters, wide receivers splits, tight end starter. Why not get Tommy Tremble? More experience here. Ben Sinnott and Blake Whiteheart definitely should be better as well, but we'll just work with what we have here. And right, Ike Mekwonu is back in training. That is pretty good. And here we go. Jemai Trotter is certainly a player I don't want to train. Certainly a player I do not want to train. I would rather train, what's his name? Fadil Diggs. I think that he could profit from some more training as well. Landon Jackson, 76. I feel like he's on a good trajectory. Age 21, 76 rated. I think we can even think about just letting him go. In terms of just practicing and getting the reps on his own. We could take a look at Tyrion Davis Price or Frank Gore Jr., George Gregory. Do we have young receivers? Anthony Schwartz could profit as well, but let's just, yeah, he should do his thing. What about this here? Wyatt Cutler could profit as well, if we were to think about that. These are not players that are up for negotiation here for the extra practice. Ricky Stromberg, Chico Bennett, Dion Jones, D tackles. We could prep up David Van. He's my second D tackle in line. Javante John Baptiste could be a good idea. Linebackers, Jeremiah Trotter, that certainly is a no. Danny Stutzman could profit here. I want to get him ready to really start. The thing is, do I want to make one of these here a little bit harder hitting? Maybe Davin Van at age 22. He's my second starter on that position, so I really feel like he should be getting that. 2+ rushing yards. Nah, I don't really feel like that. I'm gonna leave it as is though. 20 points, 300 offensive yards, and let's go for the turnover battle. Why not? All right, so we have 2 injuries, but they were already happening. Jawan James and Joe Farmer. So no need to fix anything here on these positions. I don't know why I can't bring back Colton Dowell though. That is a little bit strange. Maybe I need to open up a roster spot again. I will do that on the left guard position because now I've got everybody back here. Left tackle. And we'll be putting Logan Bruss into the practice squad again. He's been moving in and out of that. I know I would like to commit to him, but to be brutally honest, I'm just not really seeing it. So let's see. Can we bring back Colton Dowell now? From the injured reserve. Let's just take a look here. It says no. It's really weird. I don't really know what the problem is here. But alright. Okay, so we can't bring him back. Doesn't matter. We could take a look at the practice squad. I'm going to leave it at 52. And maybe it needs some time to settle. Managed staff here now. We are going to be putting some extra points into defense again. That just is my focal point right now. Boost catching for safeties. Quarterbacks. There we go. Boom. We just got a little bit softer hands. Which is maybe safe hands. I don't know. Could be translation or whatever. Let's take a look at the upgrade players menu here. Who gets upgrades? Ike Mekwonu goes up. Returns from injury and immediately a boost. I need to have very solid outsides, right? The left tackle and the right tackle need to be strong to give Bryce Young some time on the ball here. Tommy Tremble is just absolutely fantastic. He's doing so well. 200 yards in 2 games in quick succession. What are the stats at the moment? Let's just take a look here. 653. All right. I think we can hike that up a little bit more. Brandon Dorius, 77 rated. Do we have a reveal? No, but we will have one soon. Ricky Stromberg, right tackle, 76. This was a player that absolutely dropped in my lap. I wasn't looking for him. It just kind of happened. Anthony Schwartz goes up to 75. I really like this one. I'm liking that I can use him at last. Because there were times where I didn't need him, where I didn't use him at all. I just always saw him in the free agents pool, but I never went for him. Chico Bennett goes up as well. I want to have a group of young players that are eager, that are equally rated, that I can then develop further and just make sure that we have a super solid group for the years to come. That's the main idea here. Wyatt Cutler, here we go. Some more upgrades just to be more of a solid backup if Ike Mekwonu does get injured, or if we just shuffle the deck again. Alright, I think we are pretty much set. So without much further ado, I think we're going to head into the game. Or do we pick another ability here? I think we can pick an ability. So we have Nasty Streak, we've got Post Up, and we have Threat Detector. I love Threat Detector. What is Post Up? Almost guaranteed to win any double team block they're engaged in. Alright, Nasty Streak. Frequently attempt when blocks down. Alright, okay. I like that. We're going to leave that as is. Let's dive into the game again, guys. Let's get going against the Packers. Lambeau Field, home of the Green Bay Packers. And a player showcase. Who's this going to be? Tommy Tremble. 203 yards, 13 receptions, 2 receiving touchdowns. He was so good last week. I really loved that. Julian Love. Some more love. And the defense for the Packers. Just always strong players in there. But I mean, last week we managed to hold off the Eagles defense. And I feel like that was one of the crazy best defenses that we played all season. So many X Factors, so many superstars. That was just really very challenging. Bryce Young. Getting ready. Matt LaFleur. Let's go. Let's go. I personally can't wait. I'm having such a good time with this series at the moment. Kid, you're going to be kicking. Packers will be receiving. And they march down, score a field goal pretty quickly. Alright, post wheel drag. Let's go. Jonathan Mingo. Tommy Tremble. Those are my options. Oh, Lord. I felt like it was going to drop. I felt like it was going to drop in time. But number 3, that is Cooper DeJean. He is just going to be out and about. Play action Y over. Let's test the waters regarding pass plays. Bryce Young. Here you go. That's beautiful, man. I tried to get it around, but number 37, that's Valentine, was there. And Tommy Tremble starting up his campaign to be one of the receiving leaders. I'd like to push him into the top 3. He's currently got 630, and the leader currently has 900. So we're going to have to catch up with that one. However, I feel like it's doable. It's not that far off. Play action read. Let's go. Drag that defense out of position. Oh, for crying out loud. Number 59 kind of read that one. Adjusted. That's Devondre Campbell. He just knew what was coming. He just read my mind. Slot cross. A lot of options. Tremble, Thielen, maybe Sanders. 2nd and 10 here. Kaboom. Did you see that turn? Did you see that freaking turn, man? What a fantastic turn by Adam freaking Thielen, man. Really great job. Evading that tackle. Pushing forward to the 7-yard line here. That was great. Take a look here. Finding the target and then evading that tackle. Number 3 and number 37, basically using their paths against each other. And let's go. Laviska Shenault, Jonathan Mingo. Options are there. There we go. Finding a target, and we score 7 and 3. We're on the clock, on the board, and in the game. Kaboom. Nice. Nice celebrations here, Laviska Shenault and Adam Thielen congratulating Jonathan Mingo. There we go. Great job. Alright, here we go. 7 and 6. We continue staying in the lead at least, and they continue scoring field goals, but things can turn at a moment's notice, so we will have to keep our focus. Not like that. Not like, I felt like I was gonna get Adam Thielen all free, but Cooper DeJean was there. Getting in between here. Play action boot left tackle. It's gonna be Ben Sinnott or Tommy Tremble. It's gonna be one of the tight ends. This is usually a play where I have some pressure. 3rd and 7. Devondre Campbell. Right now we're not really finding an answer. They are adding a little bit more pressure. Nothing critical. Tremble or Shenault. Do I have something better? No. Alright, Shenault or Tremble. There we go. First down. Kenny Clark injured. Number 97. Heading into the tunnel. That's never a good sign. But let's just stick with it. Thielen or Tremble. Nice turn. I love that turn. Did you see it? So tight. Catch, turn, first down. Here we go. Right to left. Here we go. Here we go. Chuba Hubbard. I'm rotating a lot in terms of my running backs, which is why I doubt I'll have something like a running leader. I don't have a clear dude that's doing all my snaps and all my runs. I'm trying to kind of leverage the pressure that's happening. There we go. Tommy Tremble, power forward, number 37. That's again Valentine with a good stop, but Tommy Tremble with an equally good run and catch. Here we go. Beautiful stuff. Catch, run, and kaboom. Sunday night, actually pretty cool game. It's a pretty good matchup so far. Enjoying this. Approaching the 2-minute mark. Let's get ready. Bryce Young, Chuba Hubbard. Here we go. No block. No block for him there. So number 91 and Devondre Campbell pair up for the takedown. Oh, slip screen. I like that suggestion. Let's go. There are watchers on the left-hand side. So there's a player. I think he's ready to tackle. But I need him to just... There we go. Just move ahead slightly. And there we go. Chuba Hubbard. Push down. But not out of bounds. So that was a good run. Nothing crazy. Just a super solid run towards the side. Screen worked. Do we get Tommy Tremble? Maybe Laviska Shenault. Maybe Ben Sinnott. Oh, he dropped it. He had it in his hands, but Tampa was there. Tampa was there, and that was actually, well, I don't know. Well, you gotta defend the ball. It's just as easy as that. It's no use if you can't defend the ball. But there we go. Let's go the other way. Tommy Tremble, right to left. My number 82, tight end number 1. Going from a normal depth trade to a star depth trade to a superstar depth trade. That is good. And he wasn't that highly rated either at the beginning of this franchise series. Bryce Young. Absolutely hyped. Defense turns it over. That is a big one, and much appreciated. Let's make the most of it. Here we go. Screen time. Beautiful screen. Beautiful screen. Well done. Moving towards the left-hand side here, stepping out of bounds, avoiding another attack here. Let's go with another mesh spot. I rather like the options. Feel like we're gonna go left here. Ricky Stromberg injured. Alright, let's hope it's nothing bad. Left ankle maybe. Verticals, finally. Love the suggestion. Thank you so much. LaVisca Chenault. There's completely open space back there. Somebody will be dropping back. And there we go. We get the ball out. But that is... It wasn't tipped, but it was certainly not flying in a tight spiral. It was rather wobbly, making it easy for the defensive player to catch. Terrace Marshall Jr. slowly but surely stepping up in the wide receiver pecking order. And I'm not even feeling bad about that. He's 24. For instance, Adam Thielen is now 81 rated. Jonathan Mingo has overtaken him already. So you know where this is going, right? Poor accuracy out of bounds. Ike Mekwonu again injured. Now that is an issue. ACL sprain. Alright, AJ Jackson will take over. I mean, it's not too bad. We have one timeout left. Let's go this one here. RPO peak. I'm gonna go with Tremble here. Quay Walker was there. He was just waiting for that one to happen. Let's try and push him here. Let's push him with a vertical. There's double coverage back there, but Tommy Tremble might open up. And there we go. That is a pretty easy first down. We're going to take a timeout, and we will now try to hit the end torn labrum. Oh, for crying out loud, man. What's up with Ike Mekwonu? Good thing we added Cutler to the focus players, right? Yeah, that was just way too late. I pressed circle before, and that they didn't snap it quickly enough, I don't know, or the pass just came out pretty delayed. Whatever. We're gonna keep working. Alright, there we go. Jonathan Mingo. We score another touchdown. 21 versus 6. Good stuff. Very good stuff. I also like that he's going up. Definitely a dude for the future. He's 24, man. We can use him for another 6 or 7 years if we feel like it. And build youth. The most crucial thing in franchise series when you're doing a rebuild is getting solid starters. And getting those starters to then just perform well so that you can use the backups as backups. Take some pressure off the starters if you feel like it. Here we go. Straight down the middle. Chuba Hubbard swarmed. 5 dudes. Tackled at that 27-yard line. Here we go. Shallow cross right to left. LaVisca Chenault is my target. Jonathan Mingo will be targeted if he does get open. Alright. Can I just say I love that one? Tried to evade. That didn't work. Alright. LaVisca Chenault pushing forward. Second reception. 33 yards in total today at the 48. Look at this one. Did you hear the female voice? Are you kidding me? Play action Y over. Again, I love the routes that go behind the linebackers. It's just those that are important. Just see, kaboom. And we find the space behind that. We're trying to stiff arm here, but we're dragged out of bounds. Quay Walker was there. Rashawn Gary with an injury, number 52. That's a blow for the Packers. That is a blow for the Packers, man. So there we go. Clock has stopped. Do we go with verticals? Yeah, let's go with this. Let me know when you're sick of this play. But it's just working pretty well. A little bit delayed here. I had to throw earlier here. DEJEAN was covering 83 halfback choice. Looking for Hubbard, but Mingo is also an option. Oh my lord. Number 59. If he picks that one, we are very open. Do we have a better play? Let's try this. Double cross. Tremble said no. Overthrown. You could argue that he was impeded in his route. You could argue, but we're not going to do that. 46 yards. Ooh, and we are iced from the get-go. That is exciting. I actually don't know. Oh, thank God. Creeping in on the left. Packers are an interesting team. I just never found them to be too enticing as a franchise because I like to pick teams that are just, I'm not going to say weak, but that really need help. That are in need of a rebuild or something like that. Here, they are really usually very solid. Powering forward, staying in bounds, 252 yards for Bryce Young today. He's having a very good time, and I'm loving passing with him. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. It's just a lot of fun. He's kind of behind, of course, because he was injured for 6 weeks, so I don't think he'll catch the passing leaders. But you never know. You never know. Number 37, that's Valentine here. Red zone halfback scissors. Miles Sanders. It's my receiving target here. Acting as a receiving back, and that is actually a pretty good play. That's a route that, when I look at it and I look at the defensive setup, I always go like, nah, it's not going to work. And then it does work. And I'm always like, whoa. Awesome. It's just the movement in there, and it just completely opens that one up. It's really, really good. Couldn't we have had the challenge against this team, for instance, to get Bryce Young up to superstar? I'm not dunking on anybody here, but I think that might have been a little bit easier. Alrighty, there we go. Jonathan Mingo into the end zone. Again, another one of those plays. I didn't feel like it would work. I just kind of threw that based on, I don't know, gut feeling or instinct. I was just like, all right, Mingo's a big dude. He should get there. If he does get there, he should be able to hold on. And he did. Completely outmatching the coverage of number 20 there. And then number 2 was too far away, and we just continued the route, continued the run. And stepped into, wow, that was quick. 31-70, boom. There we go. Ooh. And they actually converted the 2-point conversion as well. Because they were at 9, so they scored 8 points. Laviska Chenault. Double teamed by 37 and 3. So 40 in total. To get it. Because 37 and 3. Because, yeah, gotta shut up now. Continue play. Chuba Hubbard, right to left. There we go. That's a complete opening. Devondre Campbell was moving towards the inside. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe we can get another one of those depth trait scenarios again sometime soon. Sanders sidestepping up to the 15 here. And this game is not even feeling like a challenge. I know that it probably should, because the Packers are a good unit, 85 rated. And they've got fantastic dudes in there. That's actually almost a pick. And it probably would have served me right. So, play action, sprint, halfback, flat. I'm actually looking at Mingo here. I like Sinot's route. Let me just go and do this here. Pass block. Next up. Pass block. Next up. Pass block. Alright. We have one runner, and that's Mingo. I'm fully counting on him. Almost worked. Almost worked. I converted all the tight ends to be pass blockers there. Just help us out a little bit. There we go. Bench dig curl. Let's go. Let's be aggressive here. Oh, number 37. You bastard. That one was actually looking very nice. I'm not even gonna go full power here. We're very close. We should have hit the target just as it is. Let's see what the Packers do here on their return drive. Here we go. Alright, they score. We have 1 minute and 10. And that is now the time where we start running it. We're 10 points ahead. It's actually getting closer than I anticipated it. I didn't know which way to go there. Let's go right. They are using time as number 96, Blake Whiteheart injured. Our number 89. Inside zone split, left to right. Can we? No, we can't. Quay Walker, man. Gonna tell you something. Let's be crazy here, all right? 4th and 10. Laviska Shenault, maybe Tommy Tremble. Here we go. And we actually managed to overthrow that. That sucks a little bit. I was trying to be super aggressive here. 34 and 31. All right. All right. All right. I'm just trying to make it more exciting for you guys. We're 26 seconds away from the end. And I'm not even doubting what will happen here. I'm just gonna play this towards the end. All right. Halfback dive. There's no way that they stop it anymore. We do have those 2 timeouts left, so we're going to go for a nice run here down the middle. And we call it timeout. Because Cade York will get another shot at this one here. 55-yard field goal. No aim. That is actually awesome. Is it going to be creeping in? And I think it is. There we go, Packers. In your face, cheeseheads. Very nice. Matt LaFleur frustrated as the home coach. I understand that. Bryce Young, 37-31. A very inspired game. A very inspired game. I actually started going for way more risky plays than would have been necessary. 58% completion rate, 4 touchdowns, 326 yards. Great job, Bryce Young. Rushing, Chuba Hubbard did what he had to do. Miles Sanders did what he had to do. On the receiving side, Jaden Reed is the leader here, but Tommy Tremble, 125, 1 touchdown. He did have a drop, though. It's a little bit sucky. Jonathan Mingo, 3 touchdowns, 1 drop. Braylon Allen also with a drop here, so fair play. Bobby Wagner, defensively, solo tackle leader, total tackle leader. Yeah, Cooper DeJean, he was just everywhere, man. Tackles for loss, quite a few. 1 sack for Brandon Dorius, great job. And on the kicking side, Cade York, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. Well done. And that's another win. to add to the tally. 9-1. We are having a really, really good season so far. Loving it to bits. Who's the injured dude? Ike McWono again with the torn labrum. 4 weeks. He's very injury prone. Not liking that, but yeah. All right, we can still backfill. We can still work with it. We're just missing 3 players from the offensive line. 2 starters. That is not ideal, but we're going to work through it. I love today's game. It was great fun doing that. Let's see how the Broncos at home work next week. Let's see what happens there. Let's try and push Bryce Young towards maybe being one of the passing leaders. I would really like that. Top 10 is the target. And yeah, I am going to end the episode here. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. If you did, do drop a like. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think. And as always, thank you so much for being here. Thanks so much for making this special for me. And see you next time.